Ladies and gentlemen, this next podcast will be scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit, hailing from Brooklyn, New York, Nicholas Jason Lopez. And on the other side of the ring, his website, ProWrestlingOpinion.com, your home for pro wrestling news, reviews, and so much more. Thank you. Hello everyone, and welcome to another rousing, amazing edition of Intermission. That unintentionally rhymed. I did not even plan that. Oh, well, it's Wednesday. The snow is coming down, and the trees are falling, and it's just overall chaos. But I'm over here nestled in safely behind my computer screen, which is where I will be for the next 14 minutes, commenting about the best and worst of social media. With help from my Facebook feed, I'm going to be commenting on the pro wrestling happenings, and I've actually have started a new trend. Follow me on Twitter at NickJasonLopez as I live tweet Raw, SmackDown Live, and NXT. That's right, weekly programming is back on my radar. Now, I kind of wish I had the 3 hours back from Raw. That crowd put me to sleep. I think the crowd themselves were sleeping. But Tuesday was good enough. Some forks in the road, but I'll get to that depending on what kind of post I reach. And let's see what we get. All right. So, if you're weary of NXT spoilers, cover your ears, fast forward the next 5 minutes, I promise you it will be worth it. We have Keith Lee and Donovan Dijak. Of course, he doesn't go by that name, he goes by Dijanovic. I don't know what the hell kind of name that is. They just stuck with what he had in ROH. It was a much better ring name. Donovan and Dijak fought each other to a double countout at the tapings tonight. They kept brawling after the bell until they were broken up. It's looking like we're getting Dijak versus Lee at NXT TakeOver New York City. Well, TakeOver NYC is just... Oh my goodness gracious. I'm sure it's not at the Barclays Center like they did for TakeOver Brooklyn 1, 2, and 3, but I'm sure it's going to be at a venue that's going to be good. If anybody happens to know, feel free to fill me in, because I don't know where it's going to be. I just know it's going to be on April 5th. Shout out to Jonathan Escudero for that status and that info. And that's something. Next post, and again, heavy on the NXT spoilers. I guess this is a thing on Wednesday. Picture of Velveteen Dream holding up the NXT North American Championship. That is right. In a match that you really have to go out and see, which I just finished watching it. I was watching it an hour ago, to be honest. It was a really good, solid bout, some really close near falls, just overall goodness, and that's what you're going to get when you throw in Johnny Gargano, Mr. Johnny Wrestling, Monday, Tuesday night, SmackDown Live, Raw Wrestling, Mr. Johnny, and Velveteen Dream. Now, the funny thing is, and if you've been following on social media, you'll know that they've been going back and forth, not sure what finish they were going to go with, because in one finish they had Dream winning the title, and on another one, Gargano laid him out with the belt and supposedly got the pin. So seems like we got the organic finish of Velveteen Dream winning the title. What I also like about this is that it also increases the tension a little bit with the DIY Gargampa. That should be a thing. That's gonna be a thing. Gargampa. I like it. I'm making that trend on Twitter as we speak. Not just as we speak. I'm gonna throw that up with the newest episode of Intermission, which happens to be this one. But yeah, that's something that's cool. So yeah, the premise of the NXT episode was that Ciampa offered to help Gargano, and Gargano essentially was just like, "No, I won this title on my own. I got everything I need right here." Of course, his wife is standing right next to him, and Ciampa just he made like Sting from WCW in 1997, and he just watched from the projector room, the yeah, I'm gonna call it the projector room. It was like some far off room on the roof, or I couldn't tell if it was a backstage monitor. Saw a tweet that was really helpful in describing this. They pretty much used the SpongeBob picture of Squidward looking at SpongeBob and Patrick gallivanting outside. So that is what it is. Kayfabe News is back at it again. Guy Fieri to be inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame. I wouldn't believe that for a second, but that is hilarious. I will give it to Kayfabe News. Sometimes I fall for it. Sometimes I think it's huge. Speaking of huge, my friend Joe Canary posted Alexa Bliss's pig is huge. Someone on the post said she should ride the pig down the ramp during a WrestleMania entrance. Well, yeah, that's a really big pig. I know she posts a lot about it. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's a big ass pig. Well, Alexa Bliss was missing from the last week. Um, Not sure why, but at least at least hopefully it's building to something. I don't know if she's going to be feuding with Lacey Evans. Lately, Lacey Evans they're just kind of doing like the Eva Marie thing with her. She kind of just comes out, classes up the joint, classes up the ramp specifically. Doesn't enter the ring, and on Raw she had like the Bushwhackers around her. No, that was Heavy Machinery. Heavy Machinery, by the way, they're really like a WCW team from 1997, or maybe I'm getting High Voltage vibes. I'm not too sure, but it was a weird segment, but I guess it is what it is. Right now, supposedly around the rumor mill is that WrestleMania is going to be Kevin Owens against Daniel Bryan for the title, which would mean that Daniel Bryan would beat Kofi Kingston at Fastlane. At least Kofi is getting main event time, folks. This was not a scenario that was once a thing. I mean, Kofi was not even in the conversation last week, as recent as Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. He was not nowhere in this conversation, and a couple of good performances will really go a long way. I really am happy. The guy deserves it. You know, he wrestled for 11 years, putting everybody over. Sure, he's kind of nestled in the New Day thing. I think something that they could do, or something that maybe they should do, just to make things interesting for New Day, perhaps have Xavier Woods and Big E turn on him, turn heel. That would only get the fans behind Kofi even more, and it would really help him stand out as a main eventer. Kind of just within this whole New Day shine, it's sort of like a dark cloud that hangs over his success, but at the least, when we saw what he did at Elimination Chamber, that was one of the best chamber matches I've ever seen. If you have not seen that match, you need to see it, especially the last 15 to 20 minutes of that is like pure organic magic. You'll never hear a crowd that much behind a person. And for real, people had Kofi penciled in as a winner. But my original prediction was Bryan, and I was only going off of that because of all the work that he put into that custom, organic, eco-friendly belt. So if it wasn't for that, I might have said Kofi Kingston, but I don't know if it's just the Santino Marella 2019 thing where you put in a really good performance and you get to the end, but at the end of it, you're close but no cigar. So it sounds like it's one of those scenarios. But I'm hoping Kofi at least rides the main event scene for a while. Getting to my original point of where Lacey Evans was going to be, supposedly the plan is for her to face Asuka. I got mixed feelings on this. So far, Lacey Evans just is really good at walking down the ramp to her music. We have not seen her wrestle as much as lift a finger, so and she apparently has the skills to make heavy machinery orbit around her like the Bushwhackers, so not sure what we're gonna get there, but hopefully it's building to something good at Mania. Scroll in the feed, so that's what we do here. Somebody is so savage, they put WWE Celebrates Black History Month with a picture of Paige and Xavier Woods wearing up, up, down, down. If you know their sexual past, then you will get that reference. A picture of Hulk Hogan being immortal, 1932, 1965, 1995, and 2017. He never ages. Shock emoji face. That is pretty much on point. And I accidentally shared it to my own timeline, but I'm not, no regrets. Another one about Ric Flair and robes. Whoa, this hotel has robes. 2 seconds later, you look like Ric Flair posing in the middle of the ring. Well, there's no better way to gallivant around a hotel room than with your own robe. I admittedly will do the same with my bathrobe. Getting out of the shower, it's just a good time. The only thing my bathrobe may be missing is some glitter, but rest assured, folks, I will bedazzle it. Don't worry. Apparently, Roddy Piper, and I almost said Ronda Rousey, but I guess that's a testament to her overness. Apparently, Roddy Piper is going to be immortalized in a special action figure, according to Ringside News. That is what it is. Sounds cool. I'd have to see a picture of it, so I can't really comment too much. Wrestling is our passion. Posting a picture of Kofi Kingston with the WWE Championship. It is time for Kofi to shine. That kind of rhymes. And that also an invertedly rhyme. We're rhyming a lot today. I guess that's the name of the game. Something that's notorious with this picture is that Big E and Xavier Woods are in the background, kind of looming over the shadows. You know, I kind of thought they were gonna tease a heel turn, because Kofi was a little bit too much in love with his tag team partners, more so than usual. I thought maybe he was gonna give them pancakes or something, because that's what they do. But I'll leave that to the debaters. Well, you'd have to really be into anime to get this one, but they post a lot of an anime equivalent of Dolph Ziggler, Randy Orton, Dean Ambrose, Cena, Styles, Rollins, Zayn, Owens, and Balor. I'm not really too much into the anime thing, but sounds cool. I got a lot of likes and laughs, I'm not sure why, but I wish I was more immersed in anime. So I may add that to my never-ending list of things to do. Oh, where are we now? Alright. If you haven't been watching wrestling long enough to know that Kofi Kingston used to be Jamaican, then don't even talk to me. Oh, those were the good old days. Jamaican me crazy! Oh my god, Emily. He's somewhere doing something. I kinda don't miss those days, but Kofi kind of did help the WWE ECW take off. So at least we had that. And the ironic thing is, Trouble in Paradise is still his finisher, and that's still the one thing tied to his Jamaican background. But they had Triple H acknowledge it on an episode of Raw, so I guess this is something that we just know. So that is what it is. Legends of Wrestling card game posting, and I'll make this my last one. Anybody else notice some familiar faces these past couple nights? Great to see exciting wrestlers getting to show their stuff on the big stage. Phil Singer Games fans are lucky to have all four in our various sets. That would be the former Tommy End or Aleister Black, who has the best theme song in WWE, and I love me some hardcore punk. Incendiary actually does his theme. It sounds a little bit like Set Your Goals, Gaia Bleeds, Make Way for Man, but that's just my opinion. Ricochet and Tachampa. Yeah, we'll end it there, folks. Thank you.